everybody, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life, and I am here to do my wrap-up of my year-long spending freeze. I was going to do a face-to-face, however, I have allergies, or sinus issues. Our weather has gone from super sunny to raining, and now it's turning back to sunny, and my allergies are not having it. So I look like someone that has allergies. And I also have a very, not severe, but not the loveliest case of mask acne going on. So I decided to not do face-to-face. I'm sorry. I really wanted to, but it just, I'm not comfortable with it. So what happened this year? What did I get into? What did I use? What did I not use? What am I happy about? What am I not happy about? It's a big, long list. Let's start with the projects I got done. 165 projects got done using my stash this year. Focusing in on trying to use certain things. I did try to really focus on trying to use some sequins, some old letter stickers, and try to get those used up. Those sticker sheets, I know that was something that was very at the end, so you know how I did with those. I think I got in total 5 sticker sheets used up, and then I cut a few up, so there was way more than that, but at the end I got the last 5 that I really wanted to use up. I went through my 6x6 papers, and I've really knocked those down. This is all I have. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's half a basket. And that is a huge thing for me because I'm noticing more and more that I don't gravitate towards 6x6. A 6x8, I like the 6x8s. 6x6s I'm struggling with. So you'll find coming up in my next round, my next 6 months, what my plan is for that. But that's what I did with my 6x6 papers. I was able to organize my embellishments. That was a big thing. And I was able to get them all into these fun little bins. I've got one for Christmas that you guys saw during my last Freeze Friday. And I've got this one, which is just organized by color or person or theme. And I am going to, before I kick into this next round starting tomorrow, I'm going to quickly do like I did with my Christmas one and go through all of them, see what I want to keep versus if there's anything I'm willing to let go of, and put that into a little collection to do a giveaway of. I had a lovely collection of giveaway stuff that I had started when I moved, and when I moved, it has somehow gotten lost. I cannot find that lovely collection of stuff. I am hoping eventually it will show up and I'll be able to do something. I managed to get most of my layouts up to 2019 into albums. That was a really, really big thing. And I was able to condense a lot of stuff. And I am so just happy and proud of what I did get accomplished. Now, it wasn't as much as I had wanted. I obviously had really, really big plans to do lots and lots of stuff. And of course, life happened and a pandemic happened and lots happened. So not as much, necessarily as much as I wanted to get done happened. So this is why we are extending our freeze. And my plan is, I'm going to talk about that. I think I'll just combine it. This is going to be a short enough video. My plan is, guys, that for the next 6 months, myself and Moira, and I know Kathy's joining in, Kristen's coming back in. I think that Sharon's jumping back in. We have this little Facebook group called Freeze Game that we don't talk a whole bunch, a little bit here and there. And we just said, hey, do what's going to work for you. So this next 6 months, personally for me, it's not even about not spending. That's not kind of my thing right now. It's more on really focusing in on a certain type of product or whatever every single month for the next 6 months and using that to the best of their abilities. So I have the month of August, if that was supposed to be a month of not spending, blew that out of the water, you guys. I have gone shopping. I did three hauls from Scrapbook Your Joy. I've got one for Scrapbook Nerd. I've got stuff coming from Christina. So I've replenished whatever I have been using up. It has been replenished. My main point and my main goal for the next year or next 6 months is to about every 3 months get a kit from Christina, and we'll see. I really enjoy supporting the Canadian scrapbooking companies because there's only so many of them, and with how things are going, I don't want them to go out of business because they're there for us. And so it's not going to be a ton of money all the time, but I do want to support them. And the way to support them is to spend money with them. So, this round is not really about the money so much for me and saving as it is using stuff up. So I've got my first 2 months figured out on what I'm using, and I've got a separate videos for each one of them in my plans. And it's going to be things like sequins 1 month and stitching and 6x6 papers and random embellishments. I probably should do a month full of tags because I've got all these tags that I just keep piling up and not using. Things like that. I think I'm going to have a month about my thickers and trying to just finish up the bits that I have. I have it stored in a little rack. That's like a 2-tiered, like you used to hold mail probably in it, is what I'm assuming it used to be for. And I have a bunch of stuff that's just hanging out there. Most of them, I probably could do 1 or 2 more words and they could go away. So why don't I use those 1 or 2 more words and let them go? Stuff like that. Because all my new stuff is still in boxes. I'm trying to keep them condensed in their boxes so that I keep them separate from my stash. So I'm still working through my stash as much as possible. Brought in the new series with Daisy about using up our scrap bag. So that's been brought in. I am trying to, Daisy and I have brought back our shop it or stash it kit. So again, the stash part is being brought in. So I'm trying to get that rotation and making sure that I'm using my stash as much as possible while still getting some new stuff and having that fine balance, because that's what in the end life is gonna be with shopping, right? And being in this hobby is we have lots of stuff. You have to realize that you have lots of stuff and to make sure you use it, but you have to enjoy your hobby and be excited about it, and sometimes that involves shopping. So it's that fine balance. I don't have a massive problem with that. I don't have a huge stash. I have a very, very small scrap space, so it's not like I can bring a lot in even if I wanted to, but I have a corner. I've got like a, I don't know what, I mean, it's a corner of a playroom, and it works perfectly for me. It's what I want. It's how I prefer to be with my stash and my stuff, and it makes me happy. So that is what is happening, and I loved it. I loved this journey. I think everybody, even if you started it and then fell off the wagon or whatever, thank you for just joining in and playing and trying to just be aware of your stuff and support those that stayed on. And it has just been an amazing year, and I've enjoyed every moment of it. And Moira and Kathy and Kristen, Kristen fell off at the very end because of a pandemic, and she had to make masks and do all these other super important things, and she still came back at the very end and has kicked it back off, and it's just been amazing. It's been so neat to get a little bit closer to these crafters, and I love it. I love this hobby. I just love everything about it. So if you were there from the beginning to the middle to the very end, it doesn't matter. Thank you for being a part of the spending freeze with me in whatever way you were. Even if you were just watching, I appreciate that. I got tons of love and support through messaging, and that just meant the world to me. So thank you for that. And I can't wait for the next 6 months. It's going to be lots of fun, a little bit different on my end. So we'll see what Moira is going to do. Again, it's not even about not spending as much as just being aware of what you have and using it to the best of your abilities. So that is what we're calling it. I put a new graphic up. So it's the old graphic with the word revisited on it, and I'm excited. So thank you for joining. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sorry it's not a better wrap up. I can't really, the way I have things set up versus how I used to have them set up, it doesn't really show you how much I used up. So I don't have a good way of showing that, which makes me feel sad because I wish I could show you better. But hopefully once these next 6 months are done, because I'll be able to show you in chunks of things that I'm using, you'll get a better idea of what I've been using up. So I hope that will be a little bit better of a wrap up for you. Okay, I'm done talking. Thanks everyone so much for watching. Bye.